This is not just some fly-by-night independent running for president of the United States. I've got a press secretary. I've got area coordinators in 5 areas of the United States. We've got state coordinators in many of the states. We've got a video crew. We've got all sorts of things working in our favor on this. But we need everybody's help. We need everybody across this country to help. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Barack Obama and Mitt Romney both raised right at $1 billion apiece for the 2012 election, which was held on November the 6th. And if you look at the money that they received from the super PACs, you'll see that the same corporation that gave Barack Obama, let's say $1 million, turned around and gave the same amount of money to Mitt Romney because these corporations wanted to support a winner so that they could control whoever became president of the United States. And of course, that was President Obama getting another 4 years. But that's where we are different. And here's what I'm going to tell the people of the United States. We have a much bigger machine. Okay, we the people have a much bigger machine. And we can have a much bigger impact as a true grassroots effort. You see, imagine this, Howard, if 1 million people across this country decided they were going to donate just $5 a month. That'd be $5 million coming into this campaign, and we could run a major ad campaign from now up until the general election in November of 2016. And what I will tell the people is this: if you're looking for a candidate that's not going to be concerned about going to Washington to keep his job and play politics, but you're looking for a candidate that will be concerned about doing his job and making sure that Americans have jobs, then I'm that guy. If you're looking for restoring this great republic, I'm that guy. If you're looking for a guy that's all about bringing people together, I'm that guy. If you're looking for a guy that's been in situations that he went into where he inherited a program that was in shambles, and he was able to build something out of nothing, then I'm that guy, okay? But if you're looking for somebody that's going to bow down and cave in to special interest groups, that's not me. If you're looking for a multimillionaire, that's not me. You see, because I am a middle-class citizen, I've gone through the same struggles that 98.6% of this population have gone through, waking up every day wondering how I'm going to provide for my family. You know, feeling like my American dream has been tossed away into the garbage can and replaced with an economic nightmare. Well, it's time to take a stand. It's time for the people of this country to rise up. It's time for us to take back this great republic. And come 2016, we will celebrate that Restoration Day that I talked about.
Amen. That was outstanding. Really true. Robby, we have to come together. We have to get away from this divisiveness, this black against white, Arab against, Muslim against Jew, which is again a very big part of this. Being a Christian. Again, I try not to focus too much on religion because it's a free country. Everyone should, if you want to worship a tomato, you can. And that's the truth, and that's how I feel, and we spoke on this, but there is undoubtedly an attack upon religion by our government, and you cannot force governments to. I'm sorry, you were going to respond, but you can't force the government. Can't force religion. It's in the Constitution. It's freedom of religion. They can't do anything.
Well, you're exactly right. And let me just say this, Howard. I want everybody to understand this about me as a candidate. I'm not a religious guy at all. Okay? I'm a born-again Christian. And to me, Christianity is a lifestyle. It is not a religion. So to say that I'm a religious guy, no, I'm not a religious guy. But the teachings that I have learned is to respect and love all people.
The golden rule.
Yeah, whether they believe the same as me or not, which I believe that my faith is right in line with the First Amendment. You see, the President of the United States has got to believe in something, or he's going to fall for anything. There was an old country song about that. That's why I was so worried about having one of those candidates.
I think it's Alexander Hamilton who said, and a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything.
That's exactly right. So to say that I could believe in every religion would be ludicrous, but the fact is I am a Christian that loves and respects all people. Therefore, I'm a very non-abrasive guy when it comes to my religion, and I'm not out here trying to force it down anybody's throat, which is I think that's exactly what we need in a leader. You see, here's the thing about the attitude. Attitude never starts at the bottom and works its way up through an organization, through a team, through government. Attitude starts at the top, and it permeates its way down throughout the entire organization or the team or government. That's why we've got to have the right attitude and the right person sitting in the Oval Office, because his attitude will be emulated by everybody else. And everybody else will end up falling in line. And people have said, well, if you're elected as an independent to be president of the United States, how do you expect to get anything done in Washington? Because you know the Democrats and the Republicans are all going to be trying to fight you. I say just the opposite. Once the American people speak, and I become president of the United States as an independent candidate, I truly believe that those elected Democrats and elected Republicans are going to say, whoa, wait a minute, what are the people saying here? I better get in line with this new president and understand that the people have spoken, because if I don't get in line with him, I'm going to be looking for another job come next election cycle.
That's right. And, we really have no leaders. We have followers. They follow this agenda. And the agenda is moving along where they take away our rights, and now they're again outwardly direct. I mean, again, I don't believe you should have Sharia law, and I don't believe you should have other things. Like I don't think you should. I don't think people that have faith, that have a business that it goes against their beliefs to have to provide contraception and abortion services and insurance. I think that that's an issue where, again, I'm not religious, but it's about freedom. How can you infringe on someone else's right, the government? First of all, telling everyone they have to buy insurance. I mean, that is just insane. I mean, they're just taking all the wealth out of our country, and we need somebody like you, Robby, that's going to say no. And this is why.
Well, I would like, Howard, to congratulate President Obama on getting the largest tax increase with Obamacare, getting the largest tax increase in the history of the world, and getting it passed during one of the worst recessions that this country has ever seen.
It's mind control. They're mind control through the media. It's Obamacare. It's great. It's wonderful, and they show all these images of all these people that are all the players, all the Democratic players, all the socialists and the hidden communists. They're all there.
Listen, my background mainly has been in coaching, but I do have a small business as well right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Obamacare is a job killer.
Absolutely.
And here's why. For the small businesses that are now going to have to provide health care insurance for their employees, so forth and so on, and can't afford it, what do they have to do? They have to lay these employees off. It's a job killer. Again,
it goes back to their it's an intentional deindustrialization, Robby. They're doing this on purpose. I mean, it's just something would go right if it wasn't. Everything goes wrong. They say it's going to go right, and it's the opposite of what they say. But how many times can these sheep be fooled to believe these lies? Now we need somebody like you. We need the passion you have, the energy you have, and you've got people working for you. And I tell you, you've got me working for you now here in Connecticut and here on Truth Talk News. I will do all I can to spread your message, and if you give me permission, I'll use your links on my websites and all my other things. And I'm behind you, because we need a blue collar guy You know, that's what we need. We need somebody that has struggled for a mortgage payment. We need somebody that knows what it's like to be behind on bills and has been on the unemployment line and has had trouble in their life. Not a spoon put in their mouth, a silver spoon.
You know what? We need somebody that has gone through those struggles of having to go through the unemployment line, of being unemployed, underemployed. We need someone that's had to wake up every morning worrying about providing for his family, whether he was going to pay the light bill or go get groceries. We need somebody like myself, because here's the thing. Yeah, I've been through some really, really tough times. But, okay, America needs a leader of a guy that's gone through that, and he's gotten himself up, he's dusted himself off, and made himself into what he is today. And that's what I'm doing right now, okay? Yeah,
exactly.
I've been there and I've done that. Okay, and who better to go and represent where we got to go than somebody that's actually done it, been there, and understands it, lives it, breathes it every day.
Exactly. Robby, again, I'm just, and it's funny, until Natalie Lencioni contacted me about you, I didn't even know who you were. In fact, it was like, it's amazing, you know, and I'm sure it's just because, you know, whatever. We have to get raising awareness. So I do this. It's just like people that are unaware of the, you know, criminal cartel that's hijacked our government. So it's like everything else that I try to get out to the people. The fact that I didn't know about you, and then when I learned about you, and I said, Natalie, yes, let's get on, and then I got pneumonia, so we had to cancel. If you remember, I was going to do it. Yeah, and I'm like started, you know, looking at this and the ideas that you have and everything that we've touched on tonight so far has been, you know, all of the important topics of today. And I made a few lists, a couple of things here, and we've hit just about most of them. But there's, you know, the Vets for Kids is just awesome, bringing people together, bringing jobs, 300 to 500,000 jobs with the veterans who are unemployed. You have. What is your idea? We didn't really touch on immigration. I want to try to hit all the bullets so it's all there. What is your feeling about how we should handle the situation with immigration? Oh, we touched about gun control. You know, we really hit on all the major topics. But let's talk about immigration.
Let's talk about immigration. Okay, first of all, this is a melting pot. The United States is a great melting pot, the best melting pot in the entire world. We are built on immigrants.
Right.
I want to see immigrants be able to continue to come to the United States. I'd like to see it done in a legal manner, and see that the immigrants that actually come here are working to gain their citizenship. That's what I would like to see. Now, the fact of the matter is, and people may disagree with me on this, and that's fine if they do. We don't have to agree on everything. No two people will. But I truly believe that we've got to do a better job on our borders, especially our border with Mexico, because just look at Fast and Furious. I mean, once again, there is what our current administration was doing and how it went afoul. I can promise the American people this: I'm never going to go put assault rifles in the hands of the drug cartels in Mexico. No, what we're going to do is we're going to beef up our border patrol, and I've actually got a plan that what we could do is work with the state governors of the states that border Mexico, and get the National Guard to actually go down and, you know, what's to stop them from? They're drilling anyway. Why can't they drill down on the borders from time to time? Because if I'm a bad guy in Mexico and I come up and I see a lot more Border Patrol agents, and then I see the National Guard, they're actually out there drilling, I'm going to turn around and go back the other way. I'm going to go back home. I know it's very similar to when I was in coaching high school football back early in my career in the early 90s. Between classes, there was about 7 minutes that kids could be out in the halls, and because you had all that time, a lot of riffraff would occur.
Right.
Well, the principal came out and says, you know what? If they start getting loud in one little group, just go stand in the middle of them, and they'll go away.